So it seems like recently there's been a pretty big update to the whole Saba situation, which I kind of mentioned the other day as to what has kind of happened. And well, it seems like it is not over in regards to the people trying to use her name and stuff like that to make money and to obviously, yeah, get views and whatever you want to call it, right? Which a lot of people have been following and a lot of you guys have been supporting, which again has been great. And well, I say supporting, supporting, reporting them and whatever. But essentially, what has happened is there was this account called Sameko.Saba, and it's still here, by the way, which essentially is a fake account. This isn't actually the real Sameko Saba. She stated she doesn't have a TikTok, and what they do is they go live, they replay VODs, and lots of people give money to them, as well as sometimes they even charge money for the live streams themselves. Now, I've made multiple videos on them and everything that was going on with that, but what I did the other day was I made a video because I thought the account had been taken down. And whenever I took a look at the account the other day, I actually had this message which said 404 could not find this page, which obviously that usually means that the account has been taken down. But what I didn't factor in was one different change, was the fact that on this account here, you probably can't see it because it's slightly out of the screen, I am not logged in. I haven't been logged into TikTok on my Google Chrome page for for a while, and like during all the videos that I made on this account previously, I was not logged in, right? And then obviously recently to upload shorts onto or TikToks onto TikTok for my VTuber TikTok channel or whatever you want to call it, right? I actually had to log into it on Chrome because I didn't have enough space on the actual app and stuff because I got two accounts. It's confusing, but I got two accounts that do different content, and so I use Google for one and then I use the TikTok app for the other. But essentially, I logged into TikTok with this account, and this is when I started getting the issue with the 404, which doesn't mean that the account has been taken down by TikTok or been reported or whatever and has been kind of flagged down. No, this means this Sameko.Saba account has blocked me, right? They've blocked my More Kazahana account over on TikTok, which obviously just goes to show you how much more guilty they are of this, right? And it goes to show you how kind of certified that this account is not the real Sameko Saba, because obviously the real Sameko Saba wouldn't block me for saying it was fake. They would probably, either them or the management would tell me that, hey, this is the real account, and don't tell people it's not the real account because it's actually us, right? That's what they would do. But they didn't do that. They ended up blocking me, which obviously makes no difference anyways, because as I said, if I'm not logged in, I can see the account anyways. Like, you're just kind of further admitting guilt, which I think is quite funny, because, again, yeah, blocking isn't going to do anything, right? The only thing you can do to escape, I guess, this kind of, backlash that they've been getting recently, is taking down the account, right? That's it, right? Like blocking anybody and blocking people will not do a thing. Now, it did get even worse as well because a lot of you guys were also saying that you also received 404 errors whenever you try to search up the Sameko.Saba account, right? You were not able to access it. And again, that is all down to the fact of, I think they've been blocking other people as well. Again, I don't know if it's just like a random thing or something, but potentially I'm assuming that you guys maybe commented on a post or something like that, and said like you're not the real Saba or something along those lines, and that's why you ended up getting blocked. If not, then that's kind of weird how that kind of happened. I don't know how that would happen, but again, yeah, if you like try to search it up, you can't find anything, and it is extremely odd, right? But as I've been saying, it has been a shame to see how many people have kind of been, falling for this and whatever, because that was what kind of, that was one post that kind of triggered me to start, covering it even more, right? Was this one, obviously someone saying like Saba bye, like talking about the fact that like Saba's gone for a bit and whatever. And again, this person down here says she's not currently streaming on YouTube or Twitch, but I often see her live on TikTok, which obviously, as I know, it isn't her. And obviously a lot of people were saying it's an impersonator in the comments. So that's good that, some people corrected them, but it is concerning that like a lot of people have actually fallen for it, because it like to any random person's eye, right, it does look pretty, it looks pretty official in some senses, right? Because they've only uploaded the posts that Saba did for a promotional whenever she first debuted, right? It's got the link to her official YouTube channel, It's got 45,000 followers as well, which is a very big point, right? Because obviously if this had like 200 followers, then people would recognize that this was not the real Saba. But the fact that this has quite a large amount of following and it's still going up, because people believe it to be her, well, of course, that also provides problems because it is not the real Sameko Saba, which, yeah, I think is interesting. And I think, you know, the biggest problem that people have isn't the fact that they're like re-uploading clips or things like that, right? Obviously, there's many fan accounts out there for Saba that like to re-upload clips and like to, you know, kind of, you know, share whatever. But it's the fact that they're accepting gifts. It's the fact that they were even charging for live streams for people to enter the live stream for a live stream that's completely free, right? And giving no indication that they are a Saba fan account or a Saba Singer account, because it doesn't seem like that is their goal, right? It doesn't seem like that is their, what do you call it, idea behind it, because they would have put like fan account or something within their bio, but they've just copied Saba's bio, which obviously, you know, just screams impersonation, right? And it doesn't help that, yeah, also they're going around blocking people, I guess, calling this kind of stuff out, because I think they know that they are in the wrong for doing this, and they know that they should not be kind of, you know, live streaming her VODs, which are completely free for other people. So again, you don't need to watch their streams, by the way. If you are somehow still watching their streams, you can literally go to Sameko Saba's account. They are all there for you to watch, and you can pick which one you want as well, right? You don't have to go with whatever one the person behind the TikTok has chosen. You can pick whatever one, whichever game, whichever collab, whatever you want, for completely free. Whenever you want, you can pause it, you can replay it, you can do whatever you want with it, right? For completely free. So, yeah, obviously some people have started to do that now, which again is good. Because again, it's just insane that they've been managing to make this much money and get this much attention off of content that is clearly not theirs, right? And of course, in regards to Sameko Saba herself, obviously, as I said in the last video yesterday, some news obviously of the fact that her description has recently changed, with some extra kind of details and things like that, might actually help out in terms of this case. Because again, obviously, if the real Sameko Saba comes back and it's not streaming the same thing that the real Sameko, that the fake Sameko Saba is streaming, then people are going to put two and two together, right? Imagine like this one goes live and then Sameko Saba goes live. This one's playing some kind of old VOD or whatever, and the other one goes live. Now, again, I don't know if they have any other plans for whenever she does go back to being live again, but again, it could be a bit of an issue in the future. We'll have to see, because a lot of people are still getting fooled by this fake account, you know, to this day, right? And it's still not taken down. As I said, it just turns out I ended up getting blocked, which again, I probably should have double checked, but it's fine. You know, at the end of the day, it just proves that, yeah, they do feel obviously guilty about what they are doing, and they know that they are in the wrong. So they feel like blocking me is going to stop this. But at the end of the day, blocking me isn't going to stop this. Blocking people that are calling it out in the comments aren't going to stop this, right? The only thing that is going to stop this at the end of the day will probably be Saba, right? Saba will come back. This account will probably fall off, right? And, you know, maybe even her team might take action against it. I hope they do, because, again, it seems like, you know, people are falling for it. You know, people saying, you know, do a TikTok live. Said she did, which, again, people think it's her still, right? It's just crazy to me that like this many people can be fooled by this account, right? But as I said, there's definitely some, you know, aspects to this account where it's like, okay, I can see why people are falling for it, but it is still sad to see that, you know, lots of people are still falling for this account. And yeah, just be wary, right? Be wary of accounts like this in the future as well, with other, you know, accounts and stuff too, because many people, for some reason, think it's the real Saba. But yeah, that's essentially all I got for this video. If you guys did enjoy it, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Also, go to GameStop, use my code Kaza, get 10% off. Again, they got a ton of really cool stuff over there. Definitely recommend checking it out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.